And I'm sure that even our children and our grandchildren, they are going to be very proud for the work you've done. Everyone is very proud of you. We, the Ugandans, we can't thank you enough, and we can never, ever repay you back for the great work you've done. But just know that the people of Uganda love you so much. The microphone is yours, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. I hope you comrades can now see me and hear me very well.
Yes, Mr. President, I also wanted to squeeze in a humble appeal that those 35 minutes that you were clocked on do not count.
Thank you, Hamad.
Actually, you know, I endeavored to keep time because I knew I was dealing with the Bobiwine. Yeah, I got you this time because I was there quite on time. But anyway, I will love to be with you comrades for as long as I am able to. Thank you very much for having me. And I want, first of all, to begin by thanking all of you in a very, very special way, our comrades in the diaspora. You are doing an amazing job. While you are thanking us for only being here in Uganda and playing our humble part, but you are playing a big, big part, friends. You must remember that. We appreciate you. It is largely the diaspora that supported the People Power movement from inception. You supported the National Unity Platform for the time that it has been in existence. But most importantly and honorably, you comrades supported and sponsored our presidential campaign, the whole of it. We did not lack a thing. We are, yes, glad that the people of Uganda were coming to us, not for the money, so we did not have to need quite a lot of money, but for every need that we had, from posters, banners, fuel, transportation, facilitation, and the constant bails that you've been paying for the people, our comrades in the struggle before, during, and after the campaign. We thank you very much. Thank you. I salute you, Comrade Haman Ainebiona, and the entire leadership of the diaspora. Thanks for the leadership. Thanks for keeping the hope alive. I, in a special way, want to salute still the medical team in the diaspora. You, Madame Dorothy, and others, you have done a great, great job here on the ground. I interacted recently, like I've been doing from time to time, with our comrade Jonan at Singwize, Musao, Adija. You friends are doing a great deal. You have treated all the abduction victims. You've treated the comrades that were beaten, bruised, and tortured during and after the campaigns. I was informed that more than 100 million worth of treatment has gone to the comrades. Some of them are in Kasokoso, others are within Kampala and outside Kampala. You all watched how a young man called Segawa Ronald, who was gravely tortured, was treated and indeed recovered by you friends. I know that more than 30 million was spent on another comrade called Luzige Masudi, who was shot in the mouth. We couldn't have done this, comrades, without you, so we salute you. You've continued to even look after the families of those that are, you know, bruised, those that were maimed, and those that are in prison. I know that we lost some of the comrades that you've been treating. For example, a brother called Fabian from Arua. You treated him, spent a lot of money. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his torture wounds, but you played a huge role. You continue to play a huge role. I'm informed that teams are being supported by you, continuously visit our comrades that are incarcerated, those in Chitalia, those in Mpiji, those in Masaka, those in Chigo, and various places. I want you to know that it is your generous donations that keep us going. Every time we are about to give up, we look behind and we see you, and then we get reason to fight on. So remember, you're such a powerful wind beneath our wings, and continue to support us. Continue to support the people in Uganda. Continue to support the struggle, because according to us, with your support, the struggle is just beginning, I can tell you. We know that even when you've, fundraised, hardly sacrifice your hard-earned money, every here and there has been cases of dishonesty. There's been cases of some of the people that we work with in the struggle, not directing those funds directly for the struggle. But these are things that we are trying to fix. These are things that we are trying to streamline so that whatever you offer goes to what it's supposed to do, and it adds on this struggle for freedom and liberty in Uganda today. I've taken quite a while to address you friends, but again, it was very important for me to thank platform, deliver the appreciation. And this appreciation I'm not delivering only on my behalf, but for those people that we visit in the hospitals, in the prisons, they send us to appreciate you. And I want to deliver those messages. Also, about 2.5 hours ago, I was talking to Comrade Sejirinya. He has been flown to Nairobi for treatment. He was having pus in his ears. He couldn't walk, as you saw him. I didn't have opportunity and enough time to have a conversation with him, so he did not give me the details of the conditions that he had to go through. But looking at him, he is not in a very good condition. We continue to pray for him to get better and get back on the front line. The struggle must continue. Let me also speak of our struggle. Friends, while we are appreciating you for the support in the first phase, like I told you some time ago, our struggle just got onto another phase. This is not yet over. We won this election, and the people of Uganda must get justice, must get electoral justice. The will of the people of Uganda must reign supreme. That's why I'm always quick to assert that, friends, this is not the business as usual. We continue to, reject the imposed dictatorship of General Museveni, and we continue to try to use all, avenues that we can. I will not go into so much of the call that we made for the demonstrations, but I salute especially you friends in the diaspora that have gone on to peacefully demonstrate against the dictatorship in Uganda. I was watching on social media, watching comrades like Patricia Sewungu in London, watching you friends in South Africa, in America, in London, and all over the world. I salute you. Thank you for continuously pushing for what's right. While many of you say we inspire you, you indeed inspire us. Please continue promoting and participating in the peaceful demonstrations. Non-violence works. The dictatorship in Uganda has never been so scared. It is because of your activities that you are seeing resolutions like the one that was announced by the United States government of denying visas to the some of the people only in human rights violations, but in election rigging, in the undermining us. It is to communicate to us that we indeed were right, and the world sees that we are right, and even these development partners are not only seeing it, but they are asserting it, albeit in a subtle way, that this regime is receiving visa restrictions from the United States for undermining democracy, for rigging the elections. That is supposed to communicate by the United States, and we continue to push to ensure that the world sees General Museveni's regime for what it is, and indeed to see that the world does something. These might seem like baby steps, but comrades, we are progressing. Let us keep pushing. Let us keep agitating. Let us keep supporting every effort agitate on social media, agitate wherever we can. We also continue to encourage our people, as some of you have seen, while the regime is extremely brutal and uses brute force for every political challenge that they face. I want to remind you of a saying by Chinua Achebe that since the shooters have learned to shoot without missing, the birds have learned to fly without perching. So since the Museveni dictatorship has learned to disrespect all rights, the people of Uganda have learned to do it in a rubber-dub style. I've been driving around town, and you'll find graffiti all over the walls demanding for the freedom of political prisoners, demanding for a re-evaluation, for demanding for an audit of this election, demanding for various things. So we also have encouraged the people of Uganda, each one to do everything they can. These seem like small, non-violent, and non-consequential actions, but when we put them together, friends, we are going to get what the nation has always been wanting. We are not alone in this world. You have seen the citizens of Myanmar protesting against the brutal dictatorship. While these dictators want to use violence to intimidate people, crush people's wills, and ensure that they make bad lessons of those that dare to speak out, still ultimately in the end, they fall. So we want to salute you for supporting us, for supporting that idea, but most importantly, friends, for taking charge, for doing your part. We appreciate it. I also want to give a brief update, friends, on what has been ongoing. I am sure that you people in the diaspora are actually always attentive. Many times something happens and it's the people in the diaspora that are communicating it back home. So I will not take so much time which we would have otherwise used for interaction to take you through what has been happening, which you've been following. However, I just in a short while ago posted on my Facebook the 7 resolutions that we came to in the 2-day retreat that we had in Jinja, where we met the 3 organs of the party, the National Executive Committee, NEC, the Parliamentary Caucus with all our members of parliament, and the Local Government Caucus, which consists of local government chairpersons and division mayors. So with that, friends, I thank you. I look forward to hear from you. Like it was mentioned, I don't just want to talk to you. I want to hear from you. I want to also feed from your cup of wisdom, comrades, and we want to get comments from you. Madam Moderator, I thank you very much for the opportunity. I thank all of you friends for being part of this. For you that are on Facebook watching us and other medias, we thank you. Continue using it. I'll remind you that Facebook is effectively closed in Uganda because General Museveni fears free speech. He fears Ugandans that speak out. I mean, we are a generation that is not intimidated by his guns anymore, and we have smart ways of communicating. But as you've been following, here in Uganda, we have to use VPN to access Facebook. Shamefully enough, General Museveni just yesterday or the other day mentioned that he is not going to allow concerts to happen in Uganda and advised artists to have online concerts. Now, this is a person that switched off, that first of all, put a tax on social media to limit its accessibility. And as if that's not enough, since a few days before the election, Facebook was switched off and looks like there's no intention of switching it back. Why? Because it's interactive. It offers a platform for the people of Uganda to speak out against the Museveni vices. Now, this is the same person that is advising artists to stage shows online. But anyway, we can go on and on and on about Museveni. However, right now, we look at Museveni as history, and we look at ourselves as the future. So I thank you, Madam Moderator, for being part of this. Let the party begin.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for the wonderful words you've said to us. Comrades, our colleagues in the struggle, we are going to give you a chance to ask a question, but when you come, you say your name. For example, you say that Kasat Rashid calling from London, and my question is, President, are you going to drive your car again? Something be straight on the point. Before I give the mic to Honorable Rebecca Nava, President, some people, they just want to know, how are you health-wise and the First Lady? Before I give the mic to Nava to take up the questions. We'll be taking 4 questions that the President will be coming in to answer. And our Fullbobiwine is going to be helping us to jot them down in case we skip any. President, people, they just want to know, because we know that you've been beaten, you spent a lot of sleepless nights. People want to know, health-wise, you and the First Lady on the First Family, how are you generally?
Thank you very much for the kind question. First, how am I? I'm alive. Thank you. I am well. I thank God I am well. And give me a second, Mama. Kindly come and say hello to the people. You need to convince them that you are all right. I don't want to be the one to speak for her. Allow me invite the First Lady for just a few seconds to say hello to us.
Hi. It's an honor
what
to
a
be
beautiful smile.
It's an honor to be here and to hear what you're talking about. I'm attending from the background as always, but I really personally appreciate all the work that you do, especially the leaders who are situated in the diaspora. You energize us. You have been our support system. You do not know how much work you do for the struggle and for Ugandans who want better. I just want you to know that we really, truly appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for looking after our president.
I appreciate it. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kasato. Well, we shall go straight to the reason as to why we're here, because people really want to interact with the president. We have over 59 people who want to say something, but I also want to remind the finance secretaries to please drop the bank account numbers in the chat room so that people in your chapters can go ahead and start the donation. Without further ado, I'll pick the first person. I say Brenda Nassali. If I call your name 3 times and you don't reply, then we shall go to the next one. And we shall be taking 4 questions and the president will be answering. Okay, Brenda Nassali.
By the Honorable Nava, anyone can ask in any language, we'll interpret.
Yes.
Because of these ideas, because of a language barrier.
Sure. So Brenda Nassali, if at all you can come in, you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, we'll go to the next person. Namugani Farida, wherever you are, could you please come in? Just a kind reminder, please don't forget the names you're using here, because we might call you and you won't remember your name maybe. Please, and we have limited time. So Derek Tebusweke, I'm unmuting you now. Please come through with your question.
Thank you, co-host. I'm Derek Tebusweke. I'm from Japan. I just have a few words to the president. I just want to assure you that well, there are many diversions coming up, but I assure you that you have to be confident and strong. They might switch us from the main purpose, but we have to stick to the main goal, in that we have to achieve, to chase 2 goals at once. First of all, building party structures and also claiming our victory in the recent election. We shouldn't lose track on those 2 goals. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Do you have a direct question to the president, or you were just wanted to advise?
The direct question to the president is, what are his concerns about the car that is being inspected by the illegitimate regime?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Mr. Derek Tebusweke. We shall go to the next question. I see